If you've noticed something that looks a little odd in my complexion, you're not wrong. It's just that I applied 4 different blushes to show you how they look on camera. And yeah, I'm not sure if I got the mixture right on both cheeks now. Hi everyone and welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. My name's Anne and I'm very happy to have you here. If you like what you're going to see, please don't hesitate, hit the subscribe button because I do upload every Sunday and occasionally on Wednesdays, so you don't miss out on any videos. Today is going to be my March favorites, and as I mentioned in the February favorites video, I'm not too sure about the favorites concept in general. So I decided to go back to something I tried last summer and not only mention my favorites, because that's just a few, I don't try that much new in 1 month, but instead show you anything new I have tried, the products I like, the products that were just not impressing, and the products I did not end up liking, plus throw in some lifestyle and random bits for good measure. But as this is a beauty channel, I'm going to start with makeup. And March was a very blush heavy month for me. I have a few things that I discovered, and the first one is an oldie but goodie. And it's the MAC Ripe Peach Blush Ombre. I used it in a tutorial. I totally had forgotten that I had it. And yeah, it went straight back into my everyday kit. I even made a dent in it. It looks kind of glittery in the pan, but that does not transfer onto the cheeks. It just gives a lovely, lovely glow, and I tend to swirl everything around for a nice peachy color, perfect pick-me-up for this time of year. The other blushes is actually 3, and it's the Too Faced Love Flush Collection blushes, minis, and I got the shade Crazy in Love, I got the shade Dream Lover, and I got the shade Baby Love. And why I have to admit that I don't use Dream Lover as often, because it's lavender and not usually the color that I go for. These two have become staples in my routine because not only are they intensely pigmented, but they do last all day. I apply them in the morning and about 12 hours later I can still see them on my face, and that's amazing for someone with oily skin like mine. I never tried Too Faced before, mainly because yeah, I think I'm a little too old for this heart-shaped, girly, sweet, giggly packaging. But yeah, the products did truly impress me, at least in the blushes. Because, not a favorite, the 3 glosses that came with these kits. These are Like a Boss E116, just a clear gloss, and Milkshake. And they all are lip injection, which means they are tingly and intend to plump the lips. And I really don't like the feeling because the tingle is intense. I don't really see a difference, but my lips are really, really thin, so I'm not sure, maybe if your lips are plump already, you will see a bigger difference. All 3 look basically the same. They are not really pigmented. Okay, they're glosses, they're not meant to be, but I prefer my lip products to be opaque because I have quite deep lips anyway, so for me these are a total miss. Sticking with lip products, this one is an oldie but a goodie. It's by L'Oreal and it's one of their L'Oreal Indefectible lipsticks. And it's not really a lipstick, but it is a sponge and it applies powder, and I'm wearing it today. And yeah, you may ask, are they new? No, they aren't. I rediscovered it hidden in a drawer where I tend to keep my remote controls for TV, which shows I don't really watch that much TV because I bought it, I think, 1.5 years ago. I'm not even sure if they are still available, and if you ask me why this is a favorite, probably because I'm a makeup geek, because I really like the sponge applicator and the feeling that this is something different. It's a matte lipstick because it's a powder that you apply to your lips. It is a little bit drying and it's not as long lasting as the liquid matte lipsticks that are on the market. When I reapply 3 or 4 times throughout the day, it leaves a stain, but until then it does not survive a full meal and I have to reapply after 2 or 3 hours when I'm drinking only. So yeah, a little bit drying, not the best staying power, but I love this color and I just love the concept, so I had to include it. Moving on to skincare. I don't have skincare favorites because I haven't tried that much that blew me away in the last month, and I like to try my skincare for at least 4 to 6 weeks. But I'm going to show you what I am using right now, what is new in my routine, and I will post follow-up in-depth reviews on the blog, so link is in the description box if you're interested to read more. The first one is by M.Asam. It's the Dorma Cell Ampoule Beauty Treatment, and this is meant to tackle the signs of aging, fine lines, dehydration, hyperpigmentation, and dullness. And so far I really like them. They are really hydrating, contain a nice blend of hydrating ingredients, no fragrance. I feel they're a little rich for me. I use about half of an ampoule to cover my complete face, neck, and décolleté. So I pass the other half on to my mother because due to the lack of preservatives, you're not supposed to keep them open longer than 12 hours, and I don't want to use them morning and night. Next thing I tried, and yes, I have worked with Pixi in the past, but, oops, blaming you, but this one I purchased with my own money just because I'm a big Caroline Hirons fangirl, so I knew I had to try it, and it's not out in Germany yet. I purchased it from Cult Beauty, and this is a double cleanse. One is a solid cleansing oil, like a balm cleanser, like Cliniques Take the Day Off, and then a cleansing cream. And I have to say the cleansing oil, the balm cleanser, is a very, very nice balm cleanser. I think it's up there with my favorite Clinique Take the Day Off. It's non-fragrant, it gets rid of waterproof makeup. Can't say anything bad about that. The cleansing cream is nice. My skin is oily, acne prone, but a little dehydrated, and I feel that now in the winter when I use the cleansing cream, my skin is just the tiniest bit tight after using it. Well, something I don't experience with other gentle cleansing creams. So yeah, I think this is great for oily or combination skin. If your skin is more on the dry side, you will need to follow up with hydrating. But this is being nitpicky. This is a very good product for the price, and it's very convenient if you travel, something that I sadly don't do much now with the kids. Is this going to replace all my other cleansers? No, I don't think so. But as I said, in-depth review in a few weeks' time on the blog. The last skincare item I want to talk about is the makeup eraser towel. I have seen them around quite a bit, and I think they're pretty expensive for what they are, which is basically a polyester washcloth. So I took it upon me to use that one and compare it with my regular microfiber cloth. These are, I think, Lidl's own brand, and I get 5 of them for around €8. And this one is way more expensive. I tried them on a full face of makeup, and I have to say I really don't see a difference. You can wash all of them, and I use the microfiber cloth only to take my makeup off after cleansing. So never on its own, but it would do a decent job, at least as good as the makeup eraser. So I don't think investing in one of these is worth the money. Lifestyle. Well, spring, March, the days are getting longer, it's bright outside when I get up and go to work in the morning. There are flowers everywhere, the sun is getting warmer, it's just, spring is my favorite season. And the second one is a bit more personal because, yeah, it was my son's birthday. He turned 1, and the day after his birthday, he started to walk, like proper walking, not walking on the hand or walking a few steps. So he's walking now. I have a big boy that's walking around the house, and as if that wouldn't be enough to make me feel super old, my daughter learned to ride her bicycle, a real bike, nothing to hold her. So she just mounted it, and I had to run after her to catch her. Growing up so fast. Sorry, getting a little emotional here. And this is, of course, this is mommy related and not of interest to any of you, but I'm so proud of my kids. So proud. They are a favorite of mine. yeah, and that's it for my favorites. I hope you enjoyed the kind of different setup. I hope this is not going to be too long. And yeah, I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye. I do. Cut nochmal.